guys, I'm Victoria and today I'm going to show you how I do my pinup makeup. Okay, so the first thing I do for foundation, I use RMS Beauty, and this is in the color 00 because I'm very pale. And so this foundation's a little weird, but it's based off of a similar formula that they would have used back in the 50s. So I just take a little dabble, that's kind of all you need. And then my flat buffing brush from MAC. And I focus on the center of my face, and then I'll blend it out. Just so I'm not super cakey, because this foundation can get cakey pretty quickly. I'm going to take the RMS concealer, and this one is in 11. I'm going to take my flat concealer brush here. And I actually learned this when I used to be obsessed with K-beauty. K-pop makeup artists would tap on the concealer like that and then tap it out with their fingers just to make it look more natural. Ever since I've been doing it, and it helps. So when I'm doing other people's makeup, just because it's more sanitary to use a sponge that I can throw away, I'll use a sponge wedge. But on me, with these products from RMS, I find that they blend out better with a brush. But yeah, it can get really patchy if I use a sponge on me, so I tend to just use a brush. So my major at SCAD is Business of Beauty and Fragrance, and I have a minor in Fashion Marketing and Management, but I mainly actually focus on the computer side of it, so I do e-commerce. Okay, so next I'm taking the RMS Beauty Buriti, I can never say this, Buriti bronzer, and I'm going to contour with it. Now if you are not like a pink toned person like me, this is kind of red, so you may not like it, but for me it works because I have red in my skin. So I don't really use this to bronze because I like being pale. I'm that weird person who actually enjoys being pale, but I just use it to kind of contour because makeup, especially foundation, can make you look kind of one-dimensional. When I was like 14, I used to not wear blush or bronzer. It was just straight up very pale, very white foundation. It was always the Neutrogena foundation. So I have no rhyme or reason to how I contour my face. I do a little bit here just because I have a heart-shaped face, so this kind of makes my temples go in a little bit, and then I do this to define my cheekbones a little bit, but I kind of just do what I'm feeling that day. Sometimes I go on autopilot too with this step. Alright, so next thing, I'm sorry there's a trend here, but next thing is I'm using the RMS Beauty Lip to Cheek Quad Glow. Can't even talk. And I'm going to mix, these tell us as well loved, I'm going to mix these two with my brush. And I just put my blush on the top of my cheekbones, kind of using it again as a contour, just because if I put it on the apples of my cheeks with the heart-shaped face that I have, and it being a little bit rounder, I just feel like it doesn't flatter me as much, and I kind of end up looking like a cherub baby. So next thing I do, because this foundation's kind of greasy, in the best way, but it's a little bit greasy on me, so I take the RMS powder and the little puff that it comes with, and I'll set underneath my eye, so specifically just in the inner corners and on my lid. So this is the Juvia's Place Clio highlighter. So I'm gonna take my little brush. This is kind of powerful, so I just do my nose tip. I just do this little spot on your cheek where you can kind of see it from both the side and the front. So I don't go all the way up, but just because they didn't wear highlighter in the 50s, this is kind of just a me thing, so I don't go overboard with it. So now I'm gonna slough this off because I don't want to bake it, I just want it to not grease off when I start sweating, because I will inevitably start sweating. Alright, so I got this actually off of Amazon. So this is the brow styling soap. You can, if you just search up brow soap, you can find it. But I'm going to do a little soap brow trick. So I just get a good bit of it on my spoolie brush here, and then I'm just gonna brush up my brows. Alright, so I'm gonna let this set for a second. If I use my brow pencil on top of the soap and it's not set yet, it like sludges off and it's really gross. So we're gonna let this chill. And I'm gonna go on to my favorite part, which is the eyeshadow. So I'm using the Tartelette in Bloom palette. I just got this one, and a cheaper alternative if you're being bougie on a budget, I don't know. The Nubian palette by Juvia's Place. Again, you can tell it's well loved. This one has similar colors I've used before, and it's only like, I think it's like $10, so this one's really good too. Kind of medium brown color. And I focus all of my eyeshadow on my outer corner, because I don't know my eye shape, man. It's like it's round, but also it's not. So I kind of make my eyes a little bit more almond shape, because they're kind of in the middle, so I just go with the almond shape. And this is not accurate to the 50s at all. They'd be using a light blue eyeshadow probably if they had brown eyes like me. This is more like a modern pinup makeup, but it's nice and easy. So next I'm going to take a little dome shaped brush like this, and I'm going to take a darker brown color. So I'm just going to focus this right on the outer corner. Kind of make like a C shape, and it looks horrible right now. Trust the process. Blending helps so much. And I recommend a clean brush. I think I grabbed the same brush, but that's okay. See, much better. Next thing, I'm gonna take a little flat lid brush, and I'm gonna take a white, and I'm gonna pack it on my lid, like halfway, so like where your pupil is, just to there. And then I'm gonna blend it into my inner corner as well. Now I'm super pale, so this white's not gonna show up a lot on me. If you're tanner than me, I suggest like a champagne or like a tan color, just because the stark white may be a little bit too much if you want more of the look that I'm going for, but you do you, boo. And then put it on my brow bone as well. So we're gonna do the bottom now. So just take the dark brown color first. Hard to talk while doing this, but you're just gonna blend it in like 3/4 of the way. And then take the light brown color, blend that out same way. And then just because I'm picky, I take my concealer brush again and just whatever is left on it. I kind of clean up the edges, or if there's any fallout or anything, I'll clean it up with that, but I think we did pretty okay. So this is one of the best eyeliners I've ever used, and people always ask me when I'm in the store which one I use. So I use the NYX Epic Ink Liner. I used to use the KVD Beauty one, but this one's almost exactly the same, and it's only like $12 versus $22. So my wing process is really weird, so I'm sorry in advance. But what you're gonna do essentially is make a line on top first, and then the bottom, and then fill it in. So I'll show you. So I start my wing halfway in my eye, and then I do the top like that, and then I'll connect the top, like the edge of my eye, I'll connect the two, and then I'll fill it in. I found the top first kind of gave me that more lifted look that I looked for, and rather than the super curled wing. So I'm gonna curl my lashes and put on mascara and my false eyelashes. So I use the Maybelline Lash Sensational. I've used this since high school. These are my lashes. It's hard to see them, but they're the House of Lashes Fairy Noir Light, I believe. So I'm just going to put glue on them, and then I'm going to set them to the side and do my eyebrows to let them get tacky. So this is the Milani eyebrow pencil in dark brown. When I do my eyebrows, used to I would make them really straight, but recently I've been focusing mostly on my arch. So light vampire brows. Whenever you put eyelashes on, wait until wait until your mascara is dry. I've made the mistake before of putting my lashes on when my mascara was still wet, and it was all over my face. And I also, if you were wondering, I did not put mascara on my bottom lashes. I use, actually this is a color that they had and came out in the 50s, but they still sell it, which is fun, but it's the Revlon Fire and Ice. So, fun history fact, when this was advertised, it was basically kind of like, it wasn't the first feminist ad, but it was more like this is for the independent woman, which in the 50s is very rare to see. So, it's fun. Okay, cool. Alright, so now that I'm done, I'm going to spray my face down.